Ladies and gentlemen, John Dwyer.
You say yes.
Thank you. G'day, mate. How are you? Good to see you. How are you? G'day, mate. How are you? How are you? How are you, mate? Nice to meet you. G'day, how are you? Nice to meet you. All right, keep that going, please. Yeah. All right, let's see if I've got any power. Could you please sit down now?
You say goodbye, and I say
Hello.
Well, I guess the major takeout for any attendees or business owners, managers who come to a convention that I speak at is that after my presentation they'll be able to go back to their business and change their marketing tactics quite dramatically. What I teach business owners, it doesn't matter whether they're pest control owners, whether they're doctors, whether they're dentists, whether they're builders, whether they're landscapers, it doesn't matter what industry they come from. I explain to them, of course, that having a client attraction system is the most important part of their business. They can all have an accountant and they can all have a solicitor and they can all have the best back-of-house operational procedures on the planet, but if they don't know how to market that, then of course they're not going to make sales, they're not going to grow the business. So I'm invited to a lot of conventions to actually impart my marketing system to business owners or business managers so that they can go back to their business the next day or the next Monday, whenever it is, and implement a client attraction system that's been proven to work. Well, I guess you wouldn't expect me to say anything else. I'm rather biased about my own presentations, but yeah, look, they're fun. They're fun. I pride myself on being down to earth and being a bit of an Aussie larrikin, and so therefore I make sure that when I'm presenting my marketing strategies and my ideas to help people grow their business, that we have a bit of fun. Sometimes I invite a business owner or two up to the stage and we do what I call a hot seat, a wow hot seat. And I always get them to make sure that they clarify they have no feelings because there's a pretty good chance I'm going to criticise their website and pretty much a lot of the marketing that they've been doing. And it's all done in jest and it's all done in good fun. Everybody says at the end of it, look, that was the best fun I've ever had at a convention. So I'm pretty pleased about the feedback that we get. Yeah, well, look, I can speak for any length of time. My wife will absolutely testify to that. But it doesn't matter whether it's a 60-minute presentation or a 90-minute presentation or a half-day workshop. The point is that I can prepare a presentation that suits that particular request. Some people ask me to be their after-dinner speaker. And they might say to me, look, we'd rather it be more motivational than educational. That's fine. I'll make sure that I tweak the presentation accordingly so that I have everybody leaving the room pretty pumped up. If a conference organiser or a business manager says to me, look, we'd like a mix of the motivation and the education, but also, you know, make it lots of fun, then I'll do that as well. Okay, I can guarantee you there's no need for you to ask me to make it lots of fun. Okay, I guarantee you it will be lots of fun. It's cheeky and it's just good fun. Everybody has a good time when they come to one of my presentations. I make sure of that because I maintain that it's fine to educate, and that's great, but you've got to do it in such a way that's entertaining. Okay, I didn't come up with that word, I stole it from somebody else, but it's entertaining. So we train them at the same time as we make it entertaining. So it doesn't matter whether it's a breakfast, a luncheon, an after-dinner presentation, or it happens to be part of a multi-day convention, then I can certainly create a presentation that suits anybody's needs. I've been asked to speak at all sorts of industry conventions. We're talking retail, we're talking the club industry, we're talking hotels, finance, agriculture, theme parks and attractions, and believe it or not, even the funeral business. You know, try adding wow to the funeral business and you'll see that there are quite a few disciplines that you need to follow. But I was able to do that, even at the Funeral Directors Conference. I was able to show them how they could market their business in a direct response sort of fashion so that they could build more leads and grow their business. So it doesn't matter what industry one is in, the major need of that particular business owner is to get more clients, and that's exactly what I do. I show them a system which has been proven to work across over 50 industries. So there's not an industry pretty much that I haven't touched. So I show them this model and they can either go away and try and implement them themselves, and that's great if they do, or if they feel that they need some help with it, they can always ask me for some assistance afterwards. But the fact is that this client attraction model works across just about every industry. Yes, of course, if you've mixed with the likes of Michael Jordan and Jerry Seinfeld and Princess Di, you would be crazy not to bring that into your presentation for a convention. But there's a deeper meaning behind my involvement with most of those people. I have a story where I just about went broke in the mid-90s, and I was down on my luck, and I was lucky enough to get a break, and I ended up paying all the money back that we lost. We lost millions, by the way, and I ended up paying the money back in a space of 14 months and got back on my feet. And I promised the big fella upstairs that if he gave me a hand through that period, which he clearly did, then I would pay back. And the payback would be to influence and hopefully motivate other people that if they never give up, then their dreams can come true. So what I did when I got back on my feet is I produced a TV show called Dreams Can Come True, and it was all about delivering dreams to needy people who are down on their luck. And we invited superstars from around the world to help fulfill those dreams, and yes, they included the likes of Michael Jordan, Princess Di, Meat Loaf, Cliff Richard, Paul Hogan, the X-Files people, and the list goes on and on and on. It was just a wonderful experience, and Channel 10 in Australia screened this show nationally. It was Sunday night, and guess what? It knocked off 60 Minutes in terms of the ratings. So that's how popular good news can be. I just wish the TV networks would remember that. Good news does sell. And it was a wonderful experience, and we met a lot of wonderful giving people who are all about helping others. And we do feature that in my presentation. It's only a short part of the presentation, but I do show Michael Jordan and Princess Di and a whole host of other huge celebrities helping people who are down on their luck. As far as Seinfeld's concerned, yes, I've worked with Jerry for a few years, putting together a building society marketing campaign, and I was lucky enough to score him. When people say, how did you get Jerry Seinfeld to, be the spokesperson for a small Australian building society, when in fact, huge, massive conglomerates in America had been throwing money at him, and he said no. Well, I tell everybody the secret. It's a very, very simple strategy to use when you're wanting to convince somebody, particularly someone as big as that, to say yes. And I actually reveal that strategy during the presentation. So not only do we have a bit of fun with me showing some Jerry footage, and Seinfeld actually has a video where he sledges me, so therefore obviously I show that throughout the presentation, but I also show the way that I got Jerry to say yes. And it's something that anyone can use in their business. So yes, of course, we bring the celebrity factor into my presentation. If anyone else was to be lucky enough to work with all of these people, I think they would name drop as well.
Absolutely brilliant. Wow.